He looked like a salamander, bro. Like a handsome salamander. It's me! Oh!
Guests absolutely love her and
Not just guests, apparently.
oh God,
Mortimer.
I only like them because guests like them. Making sure guests are happy with my job after all.
Look, all I can say is in life, we all have a lot of regrets, bro.
Ghost.
A month later, finally back on this bet we made. Trust me, bro, this is unacceptable. I'd be pissed if I was y'all, and y'all been pissed. So there's no need to get any more angry, okay? I see all the angry DMs, all the violent emails, all the threatening comments against me and everything I stand for. I appreciate you being here. Did I forget that part? Love y'all, bro. We gonna finish this right now, okay? Love you, bro. Did I say that too? What's good? Yo, welcome back. Hey, to another video for today. Y'all, I swear, we're gonna finish this right the freak now, bro. This bet we made. So I'm gonna click continue. Now, I did go back because I had to watch and see like what exactly is everybody so freaking mad at me in these comments for. Besides the fact that I took forever, it's the fact that I threw away every piece of evidence that I had in my arsenal. Now, this is the thing, right? I was probably cool throwing away the pictures that had to do with me and the crimes and probably the film and stuff, but they let me throw away literally everything, and I'm running a line of like, okay, do I do my job and clean the room or not? I think the next thing that we got to do, we found out that we got to go to room, what is it, 207?
Looks like I'm headed to room 507.
507. Sorry, again, I watched the video back a few days ago, so you know how my mind works. It don't. So just for familiarity, right? We got Beth, that's my girl. We got Bernard, that's the boss. We got Linda, that's the bitch. Just kidding, Linda. You're not a B word, bro, and I'm sorry for saying that to you. We got Wendy. She like a she a flirtatious wife. We got here y'all go again. Y'all got on me for the way that I say it. Jackie's. It's not Jackie's, bro. I'm gonna wait till somebody else say it. I'm not finna watch that back and figure out the pronunciation. Jaquise, bro. Bobby, he's the head chef. We got Andrew. He's a lizard. Got Eugene. He's a maintenance man, but he does not mess with Bernard. We got Yvette. She be talking that mess. Rebecca and Susan. It's like the three other maids that be talking mess, right? We got a mom. We got a dad. We got Paul Morgan. Mr. Spade is a guest here at the hotel, staying in room 505. He seems to carry film rolls around, and he was arrested to get somewhere today that he knocked the vase over in the lobby. But other than that, I don't know much about him. Can't deny that I'm curious, right? Now we know Mr. Spade is a stalker, and he's been stalking none other than me, myself, right? Still can't believe those pictures in the bathroom are real. Made a request to move to room 507, which we are headed to next, but I can't imagine why, other than having two beds that isn't that different. Been sending lots of letters to a woman named Lindsay. Who is she? Is he in love with her, right? It seems Lindsay has been dead for 2 years, though. That can't have been easy to learn if she was someone he was this desperate to reach out to. He seems to not only be stalking me, but two hotel guests as well. He calls them M and H, and he's followed them all around Montreal, taking extensive notes. If Beth and I are on the right track, H and M, Mr. Morgan, has been tracking since for Hector and Marcella Cruz. They're a married couple staying in room 509. Never met the Cruzes or even been in their room since they checked in, so I still have no idea what connection Mr. Morgan's drawn between us. And then again, we got H&M right here. We got Hector Cruz, the other Cruz, and the husband of Marcella. They splurged on a suite, but I'm not to assume that that's a sign of happy marriage, especially when someone's made up a couch bed in the living room. The tension in their room is palpable. Hector works in insurance back in Texas, excuse me. He must taking some time off for this trip to Montreal. Hector's mother is definitely the pushy type, judging by the letter she sent. Seems like the Cruzes are in town so that they can renew their vows, and from the look of it, Hector's mother really wants them to hurry up and give her grandchildren. I'm certainly grateful that mom was never so pushy with me. My mom is definitely not pushy, but she is pushing a little bit, bro. She's nudging. She wants more grandkids, and it's like, dude, you got 2 other children. Reach out to them. They're both older than me too. I know you got a Brazil. There's another daughter. It might be that time though. We'll see though. You gotta do the right orders, right? I'm not even gonna get into that, because last time I gave advice on this video, y'all said that was the dumbest advice on the planet. So who knows? I don't know if I'm just jumping to conclusions, but I think one of the Cruzes is having an affair. I'm not sure if it's Hector or Marcella. Is their affair ongoing or has it concluded? This trip's supposed to be Hector's way of apologizing if he was the one who cheated. We got Marcella, one half of a couple staying in one of our suites. You remind me of Bella Goth. I'm having flashbacks. There are more than a few hints in their room that this isn't exactly the second honeymoon of her dream. She's clearly caught up in something. Marcella has a letter from Fernie and Wiseman containing an apology for some kind of security breach. I don't know what that means exactly, but it can't be anything good. My mind immediately went to Mr. Morgan. Has his stalking really gone so far. Marcella has a bank account in her own name. According to the statement tucked away in her jewelry box, the last transaction she made was a withdrawal of the entirety of her savings. Does Mr. Cruz know about this account? How does she make this much money? What plans does she have that involves $5,000 in cash? And mind you, is back in the day, right? Prices are way lower. $5,000 in cash, probably like 50K, probably like 50K, probably like 25K actually. Did she withdraw the money willingly? So many questions. Is one of the Cruzes having an affair? And it could be Marcella. My first guess would have been the husband. Maybe that's short-sighted of me. There are a number of reasons why a married woman would wind up being unhappy in her marriage, and maybe Marcella was one of the few bold enough to do something about it. And then Anne Beaumont is one of the 2 guests staying in 507, the other being her son Michael. She's a divorcee. I don't know how the information got it the first time, but since Linda's made sure we wouldn't forget it. And Michael, young Michael. I don't even remember either of them, to be honest. So Raymond Leduc is Bernard's brother. Before Bernard ran the Clarington, the hotel was in Raymond's hands. From everything I've heard, Raymond's style of running hotel was as different from Bernard as day is to night. Apparently fun was actually permitted under Raymond. Beth told me about a time from a family from Greece was staying at the Clarington, and the stubborn matriarch of the family rejected everything from the restaurant's menu. Raymond came in and, without knowing a lick of Greek, talked things over. This folklore ass story that Raymond got people talking about him. It ain't even possible, bro. What did he do? Now, it can't be sign language. You gotta learn that too. He just yes and no. Do it taste good? No. Put some salt. Do it taste better? No. Next thing they know, the entire family was somehow in the kitchen, shoulder to shoulder with our cooking staff, cooking up a whole new menu under the matriarch's instruction. Raymond was in there too, sleeves rolled up. Okay, so Raymond's that guy. Bernard allegedly kept Raymond out of jail and kept any word of his deviant ways from spreading. And for that, he expects his brother to butt up anything to do with the managing of the Clarington. Poor Raymond, it seems like he was in a tough spot. We're now finding a way to exploit that. All right, well, let's get to it. Again, I can't undo the wrongs of me throwing everything away so far. We're just gonna have to negotiate our way out of this circumstance. That's it. This isn't even my route to clean, so I'm not even gonna touch a thing in here. I'm just gonna observe and put it back down. That's it.
Let's get to the bottom of this and find out what links these rooms together.
Well, I'll put a timestamp when you should fast forward from this part, because I'm doing a lot of reading right now, I know, but this is important. Room 509 is one of our suites, and Marcella and Hector have certainly made it feel quite lived in. There's a lot to look through. Okay, somebody left a note on the table apologizing for something. One of the Cruzes clearly wronged the other. I'm sorry, please forgive me. 5 little words can only say so much. Okay, one of the Cruzes is sleeping on the couch for sure. The Cruzes had some kind of suitcase on their bed, but not the kind I usually see. Smaller, perfectly square, and can only be opened with a 4-letter code. A letter is sticking out the case. Bernie and Wiseman, breach of privacy recently. Yep. Secret message. Phone rang while I was tidying up 509. When I picked up, all I could hear was breathing. We called a reception, cleared some things up. Thankfully, Beth confirmed that Andrew had patched a call through to 509. I asked him to put any calls to 509 on ice for the time being. While we were talking on the phone, Beth remembered seeing Mrs. Cruz leaving the hotel alone this morning, right around the time Mr. Morgan made that mess in the lobby. Was she following him, and where's Mr. Cruz? Okay, secret message. Bank statement tucked away, $5,000 in your own account. Got that. I will leave notes in the vent next to your room. Okay, we went and saw that. I called her Beth. She put forth the idea, that one of the Cruzes may be involved in an affair. It's an ugly truth, but I can see it. 509 is not the room of a happy couple. I'm going to see if I can figure out which event they were talking about. Maybe I'll be lucky enough to find some of those notes and see just how much water Beth's theory holds. According to a note from Linda in the janitor's closet, fixing the broken window in Bernard's office is to be Eugene's highest priority today. Enjoy the cold, you cold-hearted prick. That was from Eugene. Yep, Eugene left it on purpose as a way to get back to Bernard for being, well, Bernard sucks. Looks like my hunch was correct. Eugene was here to fix the window, and lucky for me, he left the screwdriver behind. Okay. Evaded suspicion. Cool. Another code broken and another lead to follow. I asked Beth to find a Michael in the logbook, and just as it happened, there was only one staying with us at the moment. Michael Beaumont, the son of Anne Beaumont, in 507. It's a bit of a mess in 507, but nothing out of the ordinary for a mother and child staying for such a long period of time. Where should I start investigating? There's an open suitcase lying on the bed that immediately drew my attention, but there's lots of other things lying around too. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to The Bed We Made. It's actually a fire name for this game.
He's all but outright threatening you. Oh, I hope you can stay as far away from him as possible.
I just met with your damn lawyer. You've got some balls to accuse me of that, as if you were so irreproachable yourself. Do you think I don't know where you spend your nights? But worst of all is that you won't let me see my son. You won't even tell me where he is. If you think you have a chance to get custody, you really don't know me well. I won't let you take Michael away from me. Interesting. So as of right now, we have an Anne Beaumont, right? We have a son, Michael Beaumont, and we have a Mr. Beaumont trying to get to see his son, right? Trouble in Paradise. We have another couple, Trouble in Paradise, Hector and Marcella Cruz, both staying in the same hotel, literally next to each other, literally sharing notes to each other in the same hallway. One of these two is cheating with Anne Beaumont, and Paul Morgan is onto it, and he's actually Mr. Beaumont, and he has 3 names going right now, so he doesn't get caught. Paul Morgan's trying to get his son, Michael, back, and either Hector or Marcella is throwing off his family. I shouldn't even be touching anything in here. I'm not cleaning, I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. The wind in the leaves that day made the tree whistle a soft melody that came to my ear. I remember every part of this day, for it was the day we met. Jesus, this is bad. I was looking for my cat when I heard the sound of the leaves blowing in the wind, like a melody to my ear, on this summer day where I met you. So this is the thing, right? I'm thinking Marcella still cheated. Marcella and Anne are dating. Hector's trying to keep his family together, trying to bring grandmother some grandkids.
Either a guest got a hold of our stationery, or this came from someone on the staff.
Wait a minute.
Either a guest got a hold
That's
of
the
our
only thing?
stationery, or this came from someone on the staff.
I'm not cleaning anything in here.
Aw, that's so sweet. I didn't do much, but I'm glad it meant something to you.
Dear Sophie, thank you so much for taking care of our room every day and bringing us extra sheets. Michael and I wanted to give you a little something before we left, sincerely. What'd you give me? A damn postcard that I could have got from the drawer downstairs?
Those few coins in my tip jar
Oh.
were getting pretty lonely. They'll appreciate the company.
Oh, hell yeah, bro. We finna get a burger and an old fashioned tonight. Go stupid, go crazy, bro. I need it. Y'all putting real photos in people's... I thought she moved around. I thought her face like turned at me.
Almost look like Marcella.
How would you know? You don't even know what Marcella looked like. Okay, we got room 507. Husband's angry letter, a threatening letter from Mr. Beaumont to his wife. Yep, we know. Writing attempts, okay, and this is a love letter. A little haiku, if you will. Bedside note, mysterious handwritten note. Yep. And a college picture, a school picture of a group of young women with their teachers on the back, a caption, Mount Royal College, Montreal, 1947. All right, decent, let's see.
Michael, adults can be so confusing.
Uh-oh.
I promise it's not you.
Sorry, but Mom asked me not to tell you the name of our hotel. She allowed me to talk about our room, though. We have 2 little beds, a radio, and a television. Mom let me build a fort, and the maid brought us extra blankets. She's really nice. The hotel is nice, too. But I miss home, Dad. I wish Mom and you could be happy, and I wish everything could go back to the way it was before, but Mom says it's impossible. She says she no longer loves you. Do you think she'll ever stop loving me too? That's crazy how like a concept like a divorce, because you know my parents they split up. I've talked about it before too, but like I don't think that it ever crossed my mind that it had anything to do with me. Now mind you, I was probably like 10 or 11, you know, at the time, and they did a really good job like reminding us like, hey, this is not about you, you know, we doing this to like for us, you know. They never really gave me a reason until we was older. But like, ain't it a trip that like a kid can see something like that and have like all these ideas in their mind, and unless you like sit there and like really guide them, you'll never know, bro. I remember this one time I was hanging out with Brazil and Brittany both that came over to my house, and I think my sister was upstairs. This is back when I was living in Houston. My sister was upstairs working on the computer, on my computer, like streaming. I was trying to get her warmed up to the idea of like doing content and stuff. So me and Brazil was downstairs in my room watching TV. And you know Brazil, bro, you see how we be hanging around and playing around. Like she loves to roast me and cook me and stuff like that. But I remember we were downstairs. She had did something, bro. Mind you, this was like 3 years ago. She was probably like five or six. And let's say she just hit me with something, like threw something at me or something. That mess low-key hurt, right? She was laughing and stuff, and I was like, Brazil, like that was not nice. Like you can't do that to me. Like you gotta apologize for that. She was laughing and not taking it seriously, and I was like, you know what? Friends don't act like that. I don't think you're my friend. You're not acting like my friend. I don't want to be your friend. Now, me telling a little kid that I don't want to be your friend, in my mind, I'm like, bro, she's probably gonna laugh at this and be like, bro, I'm not your friend anyway. I'm your niece. But she like, and mind you, we was like making like a pillow fort in the room, and so like as I was like, you know what? I don't think friends act like this. I don't want to be your friend. I like covered her up in like a dome of pillows, and like she got all quiet. So I'm sitting over there thinking she's in there laughing. I removed the top pillow, bro. Tell me why she's in there like this with her hands covered, crying, bro. Like to herself, crying. Oh my gosh, that hit a part of my heart and soul. I felt so bad, bro. And I was like, Brazil, you'll always be my friend, bro. Like you're stuck with me, actually. So it's like we have no choice but to make up. But I was like, look, I'm so sorry. Like I did not mean that. And I was like, you want to be my friend? She was like, yes. I'm like, oh man. Yeah, kids are precious, bro. Kids are precious, and like I just want to be able to, like, when mine are here and like that time comes, like we gonna have to figure it out. Kids is most important at that point, bro. Not saying I would stay in a bad marriage, but like nigga, I'm not gonna get in one. You gotta make sure this is smooth sailing. You see the postcard, Michael's letter, and the school board letter. Wait, I didn't see this one. Hold on. I think I must have clicked away. Hold on, let me just see the real thing. To Ann Bursey, subject Michael's withdrawal from school. Dear Mrs. Bursey, we have successfully processed your request to withdraw your son, Michael Bursey, from his school schedule. Damn, she took away the last name and system under the agreement that you will continue his education from home. Following this letter, you will receive the list of books and school materials you need to purchase in order to follow the school curriculum. From home, a social worker will be in touch to help you understand our milestones that your son can benefit from our programs from the comfort of his home. Thank you for thinking of your son's education, Dr. Donald Byron.
Funny how some games really stand the test of time. I used to play this with Mom all the time. Sounds like this is from your school days, but the name of the sender is smudged.
Okay, so she went from Beaumont to Bursey. Dear Ann, you were right. I missed the snow already. It's so hot right now in Texas. It's quite a shock. This is definitely Marlene, bro, because it would have to be Marlene. Yes, the husband moved or visited Montreal from Texas because he's in insurance. But that would also mean Marlene's right there with him. It's so hot right now in Texas. It's quite a shock after the cool weather of Montreal. My family has never seen snow before, and I cannot find the words to tell them how beautiful it is. They don't understand what they are missing. I wish I could build my brothers a snowman like the one we built. Okay, so maybe this isn't from her. I take that back. A snowman like the one we built together for a few weeks ago. I know it's childish, but I had not had that much fun in years. Christmas was exhausting. 9 days of eating, singing, dancing is great fun, but I'm glad it's over so I can rest a little. Of course, celebrations will resume for New Year, but it gives me a few days to relax. How are things going with your family? I know you don't get along well, but I hope you're still able to have a good time. I will leave for Montreal on the 8th. I cannot wait to be back. I miss finding black cat hairs all over my clothes. I miss our late night study sessions at Harry's. I even miss Sister Miller's classes, if you can believe it. I will see you soon. Warm wishes. Maybe they're not dating. Maybe they're college friends. Matter of fact, if that's Marlene, if we're saying this is Marlene, Marcella.
Like
my fault.
Marcella.
She's the only other character as like pronounced as her. Everybody else don't really got as much detail, bro. It's like these two. It's Ann, bruh. They went to school together.
Suitcase wide open on the bed? So a husband can abuse his wife and just get away with it? And people like Linda still think divorce is wrong? Ugh.
Yeah, no, there's definitely reasons for divorce. I just want to reiterate that I'm not saying I'm against divorce, bro. I'm just saying like I'm not looking forward to one, but there's definitely circumstances, bro. Dear Ann, I have met with Louis and he asked me to give you the enclosed letter. I think I should reiterate that some of your accusations, such as wife abuse, are not grounds for divorce in Quebec. What? I understand you are hurt, but I do not think antagonizing your husband is very wise at the moment. Do not forget to be in court at 11 a.m. on the 20th. Be on time. Also, a friendly reminder that my fees for January need to be paid before the end of this month. I am happy to help you, but I cannot work pro bono on this. Sincerely, Howard. That's disgusting.
Get to the bottom of this and find out what links these rooms together.
Here we go.
Locked. The key has to be around here somewhere.
Not yet. There's an ornate wooden chest sitting in the suitcase on Ann's bed. It's so beautiful. It reminds me of a grandma's jewelry box, the one she bought in Quebec City from a street vendor who chiseled all of his own wares. Something that beautiful must be holding something of value, right? If I can find a key, I can take a look myself. Look what I'm saying, bro. Adam or Eve, bro.
Bridget Boswell.
Yes.
Didn't I see that name somewhere earlier?
Absolutely, bro. She be writing all the lesbian hits. Shout out my nigga Bridget.
You know the drill, Sophie. Let's sweep and snoop. Looks like someone grew tired of looking at your face, Mr. Beaumont.
He's an abuser. He's a prick. She put that cigarette through his face, bro. Two wedding rings lived on the toilet. I mean, I know I saw it, but I didn't make that distinction. Matchbook. Hold on, what are we trying to say right now? Why do I keep getting... No, she's just smoking a cigarette. She put out the cigarette in the picture. Okay. That's the connection. Cool. Got the cigarettes right there.
Mr. Cruz. Numbers, dates, times. What does it all mean?
Mr. Cruz? Right, huh?
Funny how some games really stand the test of time. I used to play this with Mom. Aha! Keys are Snoop's best friend.
Dude, I don't know why. I don't know what I thought this was before. Wait, you can take it though. It says 505. She mentioned a safe. There's no way.
Ah, there you are. With Marcella. God knows where she is.
Okay, all right, fair enough. On her friggin' neck.
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Beth speaking.
Hey, Beth.
Bean, I've been meaning to speak with you.
Oh, about what?
Well, a little birdie told me Mr. Morgan and Mr. Cruz had an argument yesterday evening.
Really? Who's your little birdie?
Jacques. Apparently it got
Jacques?
so heated he had to get involved. And listen to this.
Jacques!
Sounds like we were on the right track, because he heard a particular word thrown around quite a lot.
Divorce,
Wanna guess what it is?
cheating.
Affair?
Bingo.
Did Jack hear anything else?
From what he told me, it seemed like Mr. Cruz was accusing Mr. Morgan of having an affair with his wife. Wouldn't have expected Mrs. Cruz to fall for a man like Morgan, but I guess the heart wants what the heart wants.
Maybe, but that doesn't explain Mrs. Beaumont's involvement with Mrs. Cruz.
What do you mean?
I found a chest in room 507. I think it can only be opened by turning 2 keys at once. I found one of them in Mrs. Beaumont's things.
Oh, and the other one?
Well, I remembered seeing a similar key in one of Mr. Morgan's stocking pictures, so I went back to check. Mrs. Cruz wears it as a pendant. It looks identical to Mrs. Beaumont's key.
Wait, so Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz own identical keys that are both needed to open a mysterious chest? Yeah, there's definitely something going on here.
Yeah, I think they're having the affair, bro.
I think Mrs. Cruz and Mrs. Beaumont might be the ones having the affair.
That's an interesting theory.
It's the right one.
Did you find any clues that might support this?
Nothing concrete. I mean, I did find a letter that suggests they may have gone to college together, but they could just as well be good friends, right?
Yeah, that's
There's
one
way
way to
more
put it.
letters than that.
I
That's
guess we'd know for sure if we could have a look at that chest, but I don't think I'll be able to open it. I've looked around room 509. I would have seen the second key if it was there. Mrs. Cruz must have left with it this morning.
I was itching.
Yeah.
We were so close. I can't believe it all ends here.
Well, hold on. I may have an idea. Get me a candle and some plaster, and maybe I can do something about that pesky chest.
How?
I'll tell you later. Just find me those things, and I'll meet you in the basement as soon as I manage to leave my post.
All right. Thank you for not giving up.
Oh my
Come
gosh,
on, you
bro.
know I wouldn't let you down.
Nasty phone cord. I have no idea. I bet thinks that we can open Anne's chest with candles and plaster, but I was promised an explanation once I made my way to the basement with those 2 items, so I just put my trust in pastor. Shouldn't be hard to find in a hotel that's undergoing renovations. I walk by bags with that stuff every day. I'll start with that, then I can see about getting some candles.
Plaster and candles. Well, half the hotel's under renovation. I should be able to find plaster somewhere around here.
Yeah, because I know what plaster just looks like, bro. We ripping off walls, or is it in a tube or something? I swear on everybody's like TV mantle, I've seen stuff that look like, I don't know, they're trying to create fentanyl or some shit, bro. Plaster.
This takes
Beautiful.
care of half of this little scavenger hunt. As for the candles, doesn't Rebecca keep some in her locker downstairs? I can probably find the rest of what I need in the basement.
Candles, candles, where are you? Candles, candles, where are you?
I can't believe Eugene would do something like that. He's worked with us for years. He's
Nice,
always
Eugene.
been loyal.
W. Eugene.
Is there anything you might have said or done?
See if he got it in him.
What are you saying? That I deserve this? No, of course not. All I need to say is that maybe, from his perspective, well, oh, never mind. But what are you going to do now? I'm fired. What else?
You did not prevent Eugene from getting fired by Bernard.
Is it because of that goddamn snowstorm? Or was there something in the coffee this morning? What do you mean?
I did not prevent, bro. Eugene, a grown ass man. He way older than me. It's not my job to prevent him. And now I did save somebody else. That's just girl code. I'm just a girl. Eugene, a grown man. I'm not finna get in that man business. They said Rebecca's locker, right?
I should start by checking out Rebecca's locker. So you do have a stash of candles, but where is it?
Okay, the kitchen is out of power again. I can barely see a thing. Bernard wants us to continue working, but I'm not risking chopping up my fingers for that blowhard. Didn't you start hoarding candles since less power? I remember you saying you never want to be caught in the dark basement, or it's just that. Just urgent, please. All right, so now we gotta go check Bobby's locker, which I think was in the other room. Yeah, I know it was in the other room.
All right, we're getting somewhere. Now, to resist the temptation to spend it on a burger at Harry's.
I knew she wanted a
Have I
burger and
checked the
bourbon.
break room? I think I left my keys there during my break.
All
I'll
right,
need my keys to unlock the laundry room.
I'm looking for him, Tess. Give me 1 second. Whoever keeps stealing my lunch, I want my Tupperwares back.
Gotta hold on to these tight.
Rebecca, the washing machines are not broken. The problem comes from the pipes. They're completely frozen. It's only a matter of time before they burst and flood the entire apartment. I warned Bernard about this issue last winter, sorry, but of course he only cares about renovating the parts of the hotel the guests can see. Behind that nice facade, everything is crumbling. It's like, Eugene, you can't leave notes like this and expect me to save you every time, bro. He didn't want to work here. You're trying to get that workers' comp. You're trying to get that lawsuit set up.
Ooh, is this a movie script?
It is 1 page.
It would make sense for Rebecca to keep her candles by her workstation.
Oh yeah, it was these, and then candles was over here. That's right.
Stash uncovered. Reb got a candle. Now, what next? Let's see if Beth is around.
Beth, my baby.
There you are.
I'm not sure I understand what the plan is here.
Well, when I was little, we had padlocks on many of the farm's sheds. My dad would always lose the keys, so one day he made a mold of them using wax and plaster. I was thinking of doing the same.
Are you sure it's gonna work?
Absolutely not. But hey, I guess we won't know until we try.
Yeah, you're right.
So let's do this. Okay, to start, we need to pour the wax from the pot.
No, I'm on my Heisenberg shit, you know?
Have you done this before? You're a real pro.
What can I say?
Now, time to put the... Let's give it a few seconds, so the mold really takes form.
Should we be learning how to do this? This is so fire,
Okay,
though.
I think you can remove it.
That's why gaming is just elite, bro. I'm sure that they did this in some
Well,
TV
we're
show,
almost there. Just pour the cup of plaster into the mold.
but cup of
Hold
plaster.
on. That's not what's next.
Relax.
All right. Now we wait for it to dry.
Wow.
How long do you think it's gonna take?
I don't know. I guess we'll keep poking it every now and then.
This wouldn't work
Bet
with
you
like
didn't
a
think you'd be making a plaster key today, huh?
quick set
Indeed.
key. Too many
But
teeth.
I like it. It's rare that this job allows me to use my creative side.
Your creative side.
Well, granted, this key won't end up in any museum, but I enjoy the occasional artistic endeavor.
Like drawing?
Oh, God, no. I once drew a dress that everyone mistook for a birthday hat. I never drew again after that. What about you? Haven't I seen you drawing in that journal of yours?
Yeah, I doodle a little.
Hey, you should show me one day. I'd love to see your art.
Eye contact she hold, bro.
Okay, but promise not to laugh.
She can't even
What?
look at her in the
I
eyes.
never, ever do that. I know I make fun of pretty much everything, but not people's art. That's their soul. I'm sure it's beautiful.
Thanks.
She's talking about yourself.
What do you like to draw anyway?
It's kind of silly, but I've started working on this little comic in which I imagine my life as a celebrity.
A celebrity?
Yeah. I've always found the lives of famous people so fascinating, you know? And I kind of envy them sometimes. All the drama, the excitement.
Yeah, because we're really lacking in drama and excitement today.
Well, today's the exception.
I'm sure there's something else in your life that excites you.
Well, I do like sailing.
Excuse me? You sail? On a boat?
I used to, with my grandpa. But when he died, we had to sell the boat to pay off his debts.
Oh, that's too bad. I would have loved to go with you.
Look at the pressure she putting on. See what I'm saying, bro?
Maybe it'd be possible to borrow a boat for a day.
Yeah. Make that
I
purchase.
just love trying new things.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
Hey, look. I think it's dry.
I can't believe it worked. I could not have done this without you.
Yeah, probably not. Well, I should get back upstairs before Bernard notices my
That
absence.
tie, bruh.
If he hasn't already. Let me know how it goes with the key. Oh, and be careful while turning it, okay? You wouldn't want it to break inside the lock.
Yeah, I'll be careful. Thank you for everything.
Got
No
it,
problem.
Toots. Let's go. Good job cleaning that up. See, everybody? I know what to do. Trying to remember all the subplots going on right now, too. So we have Jock and Wendy. We have Bernard and Linda. We have Andrew separately. We have Eugene, who got fired. Dumbass. We got me and Beth, or Beth and I. And then obviously the main one we're following right now is the Beaumonts. Going now by the Barleys or the Byrons or something like that, which is mother and son, and angry, upset father, abusive father, potentially. Now abusive for sure, bro. She took it to the courts, and bro, and they said it's not grounds for divorce. 40s, that's what this is, right? Shame on the 40s.
Be careful, Sophie.
I was not a
You don't want
citizen in the
this key to
40s.
break.
Nice. And then the affair between, which I believe is Anne and Marcella.
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black.
Huh?
Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles.
In Atlanta, I noticed yours was pretty worn down, so I decided to buy you a new one. I hope you like it, and since you enjoy them so much, it's a little puzzle to figure out the combination. 2 5-letter words are the key, both related to our history. White and black. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Alliterative name will sure take you back. From the first one, take the first 2. From the last one, right? Is there anything else I can look at? I hope you get better. Tried to rest today. I will bring you hot soup after class. So she just kept, so you used to date in college. That's what it's looking like.
Marcella invited you to the movies. Let me guess. you said yes.
The Postman Always Rings Twice is playing at Lowe's Theater tonight. It's based on a novel I read a while back. I'm sure you would love it, seeing as you like crime stories and murder so much. Nothing creepy about that. You come with me? Oh, not this again. I can barely listen to Sister Miller's lecture today in secret language. All I do is look at your lips and imagine kissing you. I can't wait for tonight. So sweet, so romantic, so demure. August 11, 1946. Dear Anne, I have just heard Doris Day on the radio and it made me think of you. I know how much you love Sentimental Journey. Counting every mile of a railroad track. I don't know the song. Last time I was in Texas, it felt like coming home. Now, strangely, I feel away from home. I wish you were here with me. I always feel at home in your arms. I can hardly believe it has been 5 weeks since we last saw each other. Sometimes I wonder if I might be going crazy. You are always in my head. Everything reminds me of you. Not only songs on the radio, but silly things like the flowers in our garden that smell of your shampoo, or when people say the word darling and I can hear you say it with your lovely French accent, darling. My family seems to have noticed my odd behavior, but of course I cannot tell them about you, even though I wish I could. I feel like climbing on the roof of the tallest building in Austin and shouting my feelings for you at the top of my lungs. God, I sound like a giddy teenager in love for the very first time. Maybe I am. Sometimes I'm scared that all this time you wish nothing with you was nothing more. What? Sometimes I am scared that all this time with you was nothing but a dream too good to be true. I'm afraid that when I return to Montreal, I will realize you never existed, or if you do exist, you don't remember me. I wish I had a picture of the two of us so I would know for sure it was real. I long for your embrace and the taste of your sweet lips. I love you, Em. She was putting it on her. Yeah, for sure, bro. Dear Anne, I'm sorry it took me so long to answer your last letter. Has it been 6 months already since I left Montreal, as you always say? Yep. My parents are glad I'm done with my studies. They always thought it was a strange idea for me to go to university. Now they want me to find a husband and have children like any other woman. I think I will. These past few months, I had a lot of time to reflect on our relationship. You know my feelings for you, and I hope you never forget how much I love you, but we cannot hide our heads in the sand any longer. We were lucky our story lasted as long as it didn't. Foolish to think it will last forever. Our love is forbidden, and hiding it from my family is proving more and more difficult every day. You will always have a special place in my heart, but I believe it's time for us to go our separate ways. You made me feel like a teenager. You made everything but the present disappear. Now I need to be an adult and think about the future. Sincerely, Em.
That riddle's a toughie. Maybe I need a fresh pair of eyes on it.
What does she mean by that? Call home, girl, huh?
Clarington Hotel reception desk. Beth speaking.
Hey, Beth. Got a minute?
For you, always, Bean.
I opened the chest in room 507.
You did? Damn, I have to admit I didn't really believe in our little plaster key, but way to go.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised as well. It's quite sturdy.
So, spill it. What's in the chest?
A riddle.
A riddle?
I think it was written by Mrs. Beaumont for Mrs. Cruz. And I think the answer will give me the combination for a case I found in room 509. I could use your help with it, though.
Oh, God, I hate riddles. Well, let's hear it. Which part is causing you trouble?
Unlike my favorite bar, definitely. And I mean both of them, to be real.
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Do you know what this could mean?
You said Mrs. Beaumont wrote the riddle, right?
Yeah, but I have no idea what her favorite bar is.
I'm thinking like
I
candy,
think
like,
I
huh?
do.
Like,
Really? How?
That's a story for another time. But if I had to bet, I'd put my money on the white cat.
The white cat. I'm not sure I get it.
Well, if I'm right about the white cat, then looking for...
A black cat.
Yep.
I was gonna say like a
Why
black
don't you look
dog.
around to see if there's
Dumbass.
any mention of a black cat in Mrs. Beaumont's stuff?
Okay, I will. You're not too bad at riddles, you know?
I never said I was bad at them, just that I hate them. Is there anything else?
Here's another one. Her alliterative name will surely take you back.
Alliterative what now? Andrew, you're a nerd. What's alliterative?
Like the same sound of letters type of thing, like alliteration, alliterative. How much would, coulda, would. No, that ain't it.
That start with the same sound or letters.
Thank you, darling.
I knew that.
Did you get that, Bean?
Yeah, I did.
I know what to
think
do.
I know what to do.
You do? Great. Anything else I can help you with?
No, that's all.
Freaky ass
Thank you.
question.
Don't mention it. I'm just glad I could be of some help. Call me after you've opened that case.
You know I will.
Don't. Where's that fucking riddle? Bridget Boswell. Bridget Boswell. Bridget Boswell. Bridget Boswell. All right, y'all. Look, I know I did an outfit change. I had to step away from the game.
I
We
need
are
to
back.
find.
Let's scroll down to our clues. The only thing that sucks for y'all is that I gotta get acclimated to where I was and what I was talking about and all that stuff. Fuck is this?
A cat named Greta. G-R.
Bro, this whole time I thought we was talking about bars. Okay, so which one was it? And it says her alliterative name will surely take you back. Maybe the book. Nah, everything's already laid out here. Let me pick this up, please. Please. Why can't I close this anymore? I don't get it. Like, I know the answer is right there. What was her name? Beatrice Beaver or something like that? Let me close. Did it break? Why can't I can't close any of them now. What the You know what? What? All right. I just knew it. Her alliterative name. Okay, Bridget Boswell. Why would it be 5 letters though? 2 5-letter words are the key. Both letters are her alliterative name will surely take you back.
Bridget Boswell. Didn't I see that name somewhere earlier?
Yes, I don't remember where though, sis. What you want me to write down? Brebow? I just showed you where it was. I can't do this, bro. I'm about to lose it. So I had to look this up, and for somehow, bro, that riddle, can't believe what I'm playing. I'm convinced my game was glitched. I gotta cheat. I gotta cheat right now.
Sure love their riddles.
Fuck your riddles. It's GR for Greta and then IS for the second one. Bridget Ball. Who cares? GRIS. Moving on. Let me get this horrible ending and let's wrap this up. Because I know I messed up. I know I messed up by throwing so much away. You solved Anne's riddle and opened the case in room 509.
That novelist, Bridget Boswell, is actually you, Marcella?
Dear Marcella, or should I say Bridget? You know, I prefer a good old crime story, but last week I came upon a romance novel with an intriguing title, and they were roommates. I bought it on an impulse at a train station and read it from cover to cover during the journey. Can you imagine my surprise when I recognized our story? We may have changed the names and locations, but all of our moments are there. Our endless discussions in the dorm room, our first date at the theater, our trip to Quebec City. You often said writers are thieves, but I never fully understood until now. It has been almost 10 years since I received your last letter, the letter that painted our relationship as nothing more than a summer fling. You remember reading that one? At first, I could not believe you had written those words. Then, I waited in vain for your answer and had to accept your love for me had never been real. And for many years, I was brokenhearted, angry, confused. I questioned the nature of our feelings, of our attraction, and made many wrong decisions. But this book, your book, am I foolish to think it's proof you really loved me? In any case, I hope you are well, and I am happy to see you accomplish your dream of becoming a writer. Très sincèrement, A.
Oh, Anne. Murder might be a bit much, but you deserve some kind of justice. After all this, turns out you're a fan of Bridget? Of Marcella? That's a lot sweeter than I expected.
Although you don't know me, I cannot wait to read the character updates and the clues so we can paraphrase what's going on. Dear Marcella, although you don't know me, I think I can safely say I'm your biggest fan. Your novels have literally changed my life. After the war, I spent almost 10 years in a psychiatric hospital because of panic attacks. None of the treatments were working, and I wasn't getting any better. I became friends with one of the nurses who started lending me books so I could pass the time. I didn't really like the first ones, and I picked up Bridget Boswell's first novel. your novel. I had never read such a beautiful love story. It almost brought tears to my eyes. I immediately urged the nurse to get me more of your books. Believe it or not, the more I read them, the less panic attacks I had. Doctors thought it was their new medication finally working, but I knew the truth. Your novels gave me the courage to get in contact with Lindsay, a friend from the war. I had always felt for him the same way your character feels for each other, but I had never dared telling him. Now I have, thanks to you. The thought of seeing him again is what motivated me to get better and leave the hospital. I hope to hear back from him soon. After my discharge, I wanted to thank you for everything you've done for me. I've discovered Bridget was a pseudonym, so tracking you down took longer than I thought. Fortunately, I'm a very patient and resourceful man, and I never give up. Do you think we can meet? I have so much more to tell you, Paul.
I'm glad you were able to open up to Marcella like this. Everyone needs someone to talk to.
She wrote back, that's fire. Cause I'm sitting here thinking the 50s, I'm sure like gay relationships was like crime. I could be wrong about that, but I feel like they was a crime. Yeah, and at the very least, they was obviously looked down upon. Times are just different now, for sure. But it's pretty cool that as an author writing this kind of stuff, right, forbidden love kind of thing, that you are answering fans who feel vulnerable enough to reach out to you. That's just pretty cool. Dear Marcella, thank you for answering my letter. I realize now how unsettling it must have been for you. And that's actually, I was thinking that too. Like, I'm a very patient and resourceful man. Like, what? Like you found my real name and place of to send this letter? Like, what? I realize now how unsettling it must have been for you. I would love to read Marcella's letter to him. Please forgive me for tricking your editor into giving me your address. Wow, I know I shouldn't have done that. I wanted to thank you as well for your encouraging words concerning Lindsay. And Lindsay might be a pseudonym for him too. He's in the military. Yeah, that might have been a problem. I don't know though, bro. I still haven't heard from him. And I'm starting to fear I might have the wrong address. I wish I could take a train to Virginia, but that's not an option right now as I can barely pay the rent. Guess I will have to find a job. As a kid, I dreamt of being an actor, a Hollywood star. I know it's a foolish dream, but what else can I do? What am I good at? I've tried getting some odd jobs already, but employers turn me down as soon as they learn where I've spent the last 10 years of my life. If I continue like this, I'll probably end up on the street like so many of my army buddies. Why am I even telling you this? Through reading your books and getting to know you through them, I tend to forget I'm only a stranger to you. I hope you don't mind. You seem to be a good listener. Now, I've been feeling rather lonely ever since I left the hospital. That's not a burden for Marcella to carry, bro. Let's get it together. Anyway, please tell me more about your life. And do not hesitate to write long letters. I must have read your previous one 1,000 times already, Paul.
An advance on my salary. So Marcella hired you. But what for?
I've just received a letter from Lindsay's mother. She tells me he's dead. Words cannot even begin to describe how empty I feel. He died 2 years ago, before I even sent my first letter. He will never know my feelings for him, and I will never know if he could have loved me back. I guess I should have known this would end in pain, just like your novels. I wish I had Lindsay's ability to find beauty everywhere. Even during the war, amidst the death and chaos, he would marvel at the forests of Germany, all at the sun, the birds. He loved birds so much. He could identify them just by listening to their song. I have to admit, your proposition took me by surprise. I was hesitant to leave home at first. I was afraid to miss Lindsay's answer. But now, there's nothing keeping me here. I'm desperate for anything that will help me forget the pain. But I don't have enough money to make it to Texas. Do you think you can give me an advance on my salary? In spite of everything, I'm really excited to know I'll finally meet you, Paul.
Oh, Lindsay's a man. Yeah. I guess it was presumptuous of me to think otherwise.
So all y'all getting on me saying, Berleezy, you don't pay attention to anything. She's in the game and she's still confused.
There's a lot of stuff in here. I don't think I've looked at everything yet.
Oh, there's more from Anne. Dear Marcella, I didn't expect you to reply to my letter, but I'm happy to see I was wrong. Your words have comforted me in a time of great distress. If only Lewis was half the man you say Hector is. He has quite a temper and hits me frequently. Okay, I am willing to put up with it as long as he doesn't hurt Michael. There are some days when it becomes almost unbearable. This is not a, this is fan love, bro. This ain't an affair. No, this is an affair for sure, because they dated in college. I'm tripping. The other day I dreamt of our first date. We were watching The Postman Only Rings Twice Again. Suddenly we were in the movie. You were Lana Turner and I was John Garfield. We were both plotting to kill my husband. I almost hope it was premonitory. To answer your question, I do still have our box. My brother is currently in Atlanta for work and I was thinking of going to go see him with Michael next month. If you're able to meet me there, we could open the box together and laugh at the silly things we thought important all those years ago. I hope to hear from you soon. Très sincerely meant. Hey, P.S. Do you remember that secret language we invented so Sister Miller couldn't understand the notes we passed during her class? I still do.
I do like a happy ending. I just hope that's where your story is headed.
A couple months later, is this a year later? Yeah, a whole year later. Thank you for sending me a signed version of your latest novel. I think it's your greatest work yet. But but I do have a few comments to help make the next one even better. I believe, oh God, imagine writing a novel and then like your ex try and critique it, like bruh, like, do I go to your job and teach you how to fucking clean rooms? I'm thinking, okay, you get what I'm saying, bro, but you get my point. I believe Rose should be more concerned with what she deserves than what her husband deserves. He may not deserve the pain she will cause by leaving him. They both deserve to be happy, and they won't be as long as they remain together, as long as she doesn't listen to her own needs. Real. That's so, look at the introspection. Look at the introspection. This first letter had A telling Marcella, none of that love that you have for me was real. Our relationship, it had me doubting what was the root of those emotions. The whole 9, right? Then a whole year later, observing herself, not even observing herself because she don't see herself in it clearly, but she see Rose struggling with leaving somebody so that she could be happy on her own, and being like, well, Rose, you need to just do you. Leave him, because y'all not gonna be happy together. What if that's the same thing Marcella did to you? Do you see the growth? I'm yapping today, bro. Also, I think it would be great if your next novel ended on a more positive note. Imagine if Rose left her husband and rode into the sunset with Eve. Imagine if they went to New York or Los Angeles, some place where people like us are tolerated. Imagine if they got to have their happy ending. It would be the best story ever. Hey, P.S. I know you say invisibility protects us. Don't you just wish to be seen sometimes? Wouldn't you like people to know you are Bridget Boswell, to recognize you on the street, to recognize you for your work? Why not publish your next novel under your own name?
Oh, so you came to Montreal under the pretense of celebrating your wedding anniversary, but all along, you meant to reunite with Anne.
I left the house. I left Lewis. I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't lie anymore. How do you do it? How do you manage to live a double life? To hide your work and novels from your husband, riding that nigga Hector. I had so much less to hide, and yet Michael and I are staying at the Clarington Hotel until we find a place to stay and the divorce is done. I don't know how long it will take. Could you come and see me in Montreal? I really need you by my side right now. Wow, she showed up! Sinceramente. Hey, P.S. I wouldn't put it past Lewis to scour every hotel guest book in the region looking for me under his surname. So I've registered under the name Beaumont. I think we're done here.
So, let me get this straight. Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz are some kind of star-crossed lovers?
This
Seems like
secret
it.
lover.
I'm not sure whether they chose to meet here just to reconnect for a few days, or if there's something more to it.
Well, I may be able to help with that.
Really? How?
Oh, some mail arrived earlier for Mrs. Beaumont.
This is where we get thrown in jail. This is a crime. I'm gonna let her. I've done so much dirt already. It's your call.
I wonder what's in it.
It's your call.
We could open it.
I mean, that's kinda illegal.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I'm so hard.
I think it is.
Like, bro, like.
Well, too late. I've always known I would end up in prison one day.
Not on you. It's not on you, Sophie.
So?
It's 3 train tickets.
She said, oh,
and,
is it?
Tourism pamphlet for California.
California.
Well, it makes sense. It's much more progressive there than it is here.
So, Anne and Marcella want to go there to live their love freely.
Anne and Marcella, huh? You 3 are best pals now?
Well, after reading so much of their correspondence, I kind of feel like I know them.
Sophie need more work on her shifts, bro.
What about Mr. Morgan, though? I mean, Paul. How does he fit into all of
Tell her. Well, that's a good question, because we really don't know. We know he was a fan, though. That's a fact. These are both facts, so we can start here. Matter of fact, we should start here. I want to hear what Beth got to say.
I think Marcella hired him. I found some letters Paul wrote to her. He said that her proposition took him by surprise, and that he'd need an advance on his salary.
What did she hire him for? To investigate her own affair?
I'm not sure. I didn't find the letter he was replying to.
And why did he have those pictures of you anyway?
Great
I guess
question.
we'll never know for sure, but I don't think it was ever about me.
It's always been about Anne and Marcella.
Exactly.
Well, it feels a tad anticlimactic, but who needs drama, right?
At least it made our day pretty interesting.
It sure did. You know, after today, I think I get why you're so interested in the lives our guests lead. I try to forget they exist as soon as I'm done interacting with them. But once in a while, it's nice to remember that
while even the most put-together person could be an absolute mess on the other side of the door.
Bro, this is game right here, bro. And who are you behind closed doors? That shit is smooth as a bitch, bro.
What about you? Who is Beth Lambert when no one's looking?
I like to think that with me, what you see is what you get. But maybe an extra Snoopy super sleuth could uncover a few more layers. Maybe ones
Challenge accepted.
Come see me when your shift ends, all right? We could leave together if you want.
Sure. If we're able to.
Right, I don't
With
think
all
so.
that snow, I'm thinking maybe we'll have no choice but to spend the night here.
Ooh, a sleepover. We could set up a pillow fort on the mezzanine.
A pillow fort? We do work in a hotel, you know. There are actual beds here.
I know, but isn't my way so much more fun?
Well, we could take
All
a
right,
peek at
move
Michael's
on, move
computer,
on, move on.
and then spend the night throwing stuff at Bernard.
You're back to the
whenever he comes
plot.
through the lobby.
Oh, now you're talking.
Thank you. Fade to black already. I get it. They love each other.
I just have to finish my tasks for the day, and then I can leave.
What tasks for the day do I have?
That ringing. Sounds like the elevator doors are jammed.
Okay, before I go out, let's just get clear on everything that happened, okay? According to one of the letters in the chest, Anne bought Marcella something that needs a okay, we already knew that. Yep. There's no update for the characters either, huh? Okay. After looking inside Marcella's typewriter case, I think everything's falling into place. There are a few lingering questions, but I think this is as far as the story goes for now. Anne and Marcella arranged to be here at the same time so that they could rekindle their relationship they started when they were in college. I really feel for them after spending the day learning their story. I hope it has a happy ending. Yeah, can we go back to you now and why there was a row of red room photographs being developed? You don't find that interesting? And I can't turn left and right anymore. Look at all the blood on the ground. Look at... Just when I thought it was over, it picks back up again. Oh my gosh. Is there a body? Is that a body? It's Andrew. Nigga, is that Bernard? That's Bernard. Now Bernard did it. Damn. How is his? Oh no, that's his back. Okay, I'm like, I thought his legs was like facing up because the way his feet was angled.
Mr. Cruz?
Why are you touching? Are you stupid? Are you actually stupid?
Mr. Cruz. Oh God. Oh God. What happened?
Move cursor. I'm not throwing away a thing right here. I might throw this away with my name on it. Let me see.
About Paul? Does that mean?
Dear Mr. Cruz, thank you for reporting that guest's unacceptable behavior. We will look into it as soon as possible. However, I regret to inform you that we cannot divulge a guest's personal information regardless of that guest's behavior. As I'm sure you will understand, we are very concerned with our guest privacy and our staff prides itself. Wait, what's the name of the maintenance man? I thought the maintenance man was Bernard. Eugene. The maintenance man's name was Eugene. It was Eugene. Okay. That's who I thought killed him. Okay, hold on, y'all. That's why I gotta just play the game the same day, bro. However, as I'm sure you'll understand, we are very concerned with the guest privacy and our staff prides itself on his discretion. Please contact us. Please contact us should that guest bother you again. Yours sincerely, Bernard Ludick.
Cruz's life insurance policy. Why did he have this on him? Marcella? Okay, let's not jump to conclusions.
Yo. Because Marcella already she already has that account like ducked off from Hector, bro.
Please let there be someone around who can help.
How are you so calm? How is she so calm, bro? A letter to Hector from Bernard smeared in blood. Hector works in insurance back in Texas. He must have taken some time off for the trip. Okay. Does Mr. Cruz know about? Okay, Marcella has a bank account in her own name. According to the statement tucked away in her jewelry box, the last transaction she made was a withdrawal of the entirety of her savings. Did Mr. Cruz know about this account? How does she make this much money? Because she's an author. What plans does she have with that $5,000 in cash? Does she withdraw this money willingly? So many questions. Is one of the Cruz? Okay. According to the same mail that arrived at the front desk, Ann and Marcella managed to procure 3 train tickets, presumably for themselves and Michael. Their destination is California. I don't know how their respective husbands are going to react when they find out, but I want nothing but the best for Ann and Marcella. What on earth happened? I was on the 5th floor and heard the elevator door ringing repeatedly, so I went to check it out. I found Hector's body between the elevator doors, lying in a pool of blood. I checked his pulse and couldn't feel anything on his person. Were 2 pieces of paper, a letter from Bernard and a copy of Hector's life insurance policy. My head is swirling with questions. What does it all mean? How does this happen? Who could have done this to Hector if this was in fact someone else's doing?
I have to get the power back on.
And then the lights went out as if the situation wasn't ominous enough. I need to get the power running again, and then I'll figure out what to do about poor Hector. I may as well try fiddling with the fuse box in the janitor's closet. Sure. Bro, he was crawling. He was crawling away. He took a shit. Sorry, Mom. What the heck, bro?
Poor Paul. Lindsay's death really hit him hard.
Give me a second before you respond. Montreal's much bigger than I had expected. Big cities always make me feel lonely, and that feeling was only exacerbated this morning by the fact that everyone around me is speaking a language I couldn't understand. I bought an English-French dictionary at the train station, but I don't think I'll need it after all. English speakers seem more common in the downtown area, thank God. The hotel is nice. When I arrived, the hotel staff was busy getting ready for some big event. It wasn't until I saw Marcella enter the lobby with a flower bouquet that I realized today's Valentine's Day. Hector and her were gone in a flash, and I was left feeling more alone than ever, wishing Lindsay was here with me. Helping Marcella out these past weeks has been a great distraction, but it still hurts so much every time I think about him. I had hoped the pain would have gone by now. I'll probably need a double dose of Miltone to sleep tonight. Today,
Paul just needed to pass the time while Marcella was away.
Shh.
That's why he was observing us.
That's why, like, bro. Today I wanted to follow Marcella and Hector out of the hotel, but the sidewalks were so packed with people that I started having a panic attack. I tried taking a cab, and that's when I realized I was all out of money. It's been a while since Marcella's last payment. The hotel room was more expensive than I had anticipated. I couldn't resort to setting the camera. Do you think that she's having this dude follow her around so she can write her next novel about how she escapes her trap marriage with Hector, bro? That couldn't be it, right? She's not having people research her. Who is this? And it's been a while since Marcella's last payment. Yeah. I couldn't resort to selling the camera, so I decided to pawn my victory medal instead. It was hard letting it go after so many years, and yet it felt also felt strangely liberating. Maybe it's a sign I shouldn't be holding on to the past so much. To fight boredom until Marcella and Hector's return, I started looking at the hotel staff. I heard Andrew and Beth at the reception desk discussing books and movies. They both seemed like nice people. I wish I had found the courage to join their conversation. When you look at people all day and they never look back, you start feeling invisible. I noticed that Sophie, the maid in charge of the cleaning the 5th floor, seems to share my interest for other people's lives. Maybe I should try talking to her.
Paul was hiding out right here. Did he ever find the person who was sneaking out at night?
The question has been driving me crazy since my first night at the hotel, so tonight I decided to investigate. I found a hiding spot near the ice machine with a nice view of the whole corridor. My camera's at the ready, but there's been no movement for at least 3 hours, and I'm fighting not to fall asleep. No need for Miltone tonight. I thought being a detective would be more exciting, but Marcella's right. Maybe it's time I let go of Mr. Spade.
9:45? So Anne and Marcella met here this morning while I was busy cleaning room 504.
I awoke around 9:30 a.m. and realized I had fallen asleep sometime in the early morning. I was about to go back to my room when the guest from room 507 came to sit in one of the chairs close by. She's been there ever since, and I don't dare leave my hiding spot in front of her. That's Anne. Marcella joined the guest from 507 around 9:45. Apparently she told Hector she didn't love him anymore, and he's now convinced she's been cheating on him. That explains why he assaulted me out of the blue yesterday, even and accused me of having an affair with his wife. That's why he wrote the letter to Bernard asking for bro's information. Nigga, Hector the violent bitch. The guest from 507, I've learned her name is Anne, has just said she might have an idea on how to solve their problem. I'm thinking of revealing myself, but I don't want to anger Marcella. The longer I wait, the more awkward it will be when I do come out. Maybe I should. That's what he said. Maybe I should. Wait, inspect it again. Did I get a little, inner selection mode? Yep. What are you, Batman? Hold on, what am I selecting?
Looks like Paul had to stop writing in a hurry. What happened? I was listening to the radio at the time. Did the music drown out the noise? Oh, so Paul's work with Marcella was to follow her around like a private investigator.
Let me read it
To help
first,
her with research
please. Dear Paul, I am sorry to hear you are in such a dire situation. You seem to possess a lot of useful skills, and it's a shame employers cannot see past your medical history, but don't despair. I have been writing novels for almost 8 years now. My publisher takes most of the sales revenue, but I was still able to collect a substantial sum of money over the years. Now, I would like to use that money to hire you. I'm getting tired of romance novels, and I'm thinking of branching out into crime fiction. I was right! As a sort of research, I would like you to follow me around town and take notes of my comings and goings. I am aware of this very, I am aware this is a very unusual job, but considering you were able to track me down, I believe you would make a great private detective. In addition to your salary, I would cover all work-related expenses, and you would of course be the first to read the manuscript once it's finished. Sincerely, M. What a sicko.
Paul
I love it.
Really got into his role.
Dear Paul, I hope spying on me isn't proving too exhausting. You've really inspired me so far, and I already have tons of ideas. The trench coats you bought were a nice touch. You look straight. She don't love Anne. A woman like this, she can't love Anne, bro. She can't love nobody. She love herself too much. She's having a PI follow her around during her unfaithful marriage for content. It's for content and motivation and cutesy and demure. You feel me? Like, I also know that you started smoking. It's probably another way for you to get into character, but maybe that's pushing it a little too far. You know, best of course, but don't pick up drinking next. At this rate, I should be able to start writing in 2 or 3 weeks. Thanks again for your help. Paul,
Followed Marcella to Montreal even though she was done with her research.
Paul, why did where were y'all for this? Paul, why did you follow me to Montreal? As I already told you, I do not require your services anymore. I'm starting to worry you're taking your role a bit too seriously. You are not a real detective. You have to let it go. Did you forget this has PTSD? This fat ass camera, long nose camera. Oh my gosh. I feel violated when I do this. What are you writing?
Get to the fuse box in the janitor's closet, Sophie.
Oh, clues. A camera with a very long nose. Not the kind of camera an everyday person would have. Why is this though? Maybe, oh bro, no. Okay, this is what happened. Paul was hiding behind here. Bernard caught him. Paul killed him. No, because that happened this morning. That literally happened this morning. I was gonna say that's why Paul ran out the door, but like, what is this? A floppy disk? His cigarettes.
A, B, and Beaumont.
Okay, so Anne also smokes, which means
Marcella's pearls. What happened here?
I literally do not know anymore. I literally do not know any.
Hold on to this, maybe.
The ice pick?
I have to get the power back on.
Nigga, no. You think we're gonna have to defend ourselves? The ice pick, it's a murder weapon. Why would I ever take that with me? You think I'm dumb? Open it. Use this to open it then. Quit being stupid.
The fuse box. Just get to the fuse box in the janitor's closet, Sophie. It's not far.
Oh my gosh, relax. Like I wasn't finna walk down here and follow this trail of blood. Like you didn't need to know everything you just found out. Shut up, Sophie. Sound like fucking Princess Peach or some shit. Everything gotta be like airy and soft. If you don't spaz like I am right now, crash out a little.
It's too big. I guess I'll need something.
Oh my god.
Think, Sophie, think. What can you use to open the fuse box?
Why am I tripping, bro? Why am I tripping when nobody can get up here anyway? There's no staircase, there's only an elevator and it's broken. All the power's off. Pick it up. I don't think anything that had to do with the rooms earlier affect my consequences at this point. I really don't. I think that was just like some honey boo boo shit, bro. That just didn't matter. It was like very childish and like tutorial. This is when I gotta like make sure to put the ice pick back, do everything I know I need to do.
It's too big. That worked, thank God. Now, to get the power back, Eugene, what I would give to have you with me right now.
If there's a power outage and I'm busy preventing another part of this hotel from collapsing, here's what to do. Check fuse box plan for required amperage of each socket. Remove all blown fuses from sockets. Blown fuses are usually blackened. Screw in new fuses in sockets. Make sure amperage is correct. Flick big lever to restore power, Eugene. Okay, this is, yep. Okay. So we need a 15. This is 25. Oh, this is also screwed up. Okay. Where are the other fuses at?
Yes, this is what I need.
I don't know what amp the fuse is in my hand though. This don't really help me much though. I could go to 502 and try and like, I could do 501 and 502 and just guess the last two, but like, I don't care that much.
Not much use without the rest of the code.
That's what we. This game is hilarious. Oh, the types are already in there, Berlin. Okay, so this is a 20 amp. Type A is a 15, so we're gonna throw A in there. Scroll, yep. 30 is a type G. And then 20 is a type S. Do we start cleaning?
No, I should go down to the lobby. Call the police.
Oh my gosh, bruh. Know too much, I seen too much, I know too much, I seen too much, know too much, I seen too much. Let's put this ice pick back. I hope I don't end up getting whacked like Bernard did.
Is there anything I've forgotten? Once I leave this floor, I
new
probably
orange
won't be
is
able to come
black.
back.
I think I've had enough in here. I think I've had, bro.
I have to contact the police. I should be able to call from the front desk.
Stairs. So there are stairs. Never been more grateful for electricity. The light from the window in the janitor's closet was enough for me to see what I was doing with the fuse box, and it occurred to me that it had been late. Had it been any later in the day, I would have been up the creek without a paddle. I had done a lot. Okay, bad.
I knew blocking the stairs would be a bad idea.
Let's get to unblocking. Let's get to unblocking.
I knew blocking the stairs would be a bad idea.
Then what do you want to
Power's
do?
back.
I'm gonna call Beth. I'm finna call Beth. I can't do it. I gotta call my baby. And you're still trying. What is this game? Bro, I'm gonna click his feet, bro.
Beth must be busy trying to restore the power in the lobby.
Oh my gosh, bro. Sophie, I had oof. Ooh-wee.
I'm sorry. I'm so
You're
sorry.
a maid. You have every cleaning product on the market, and I know you got gloves, and you want to raw dog his dead body.
I need a phone.
We're not gonna try and find anybody real quick, huh?
Anybody down here?
We're gonna do this off the front desk phone. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Montreal Police Service, Station 22.
There's a man dead. He's been murdered. I need the police.
Please stay calm, ma'am. Where are you right now?
The lobby, but the body, it's upstairs.
What hotel, miss?
The address, please.
Right, talking about the lobby.
1178 Drummond Street.
All right, ma'am. Officers are on their way.
Thank you. Now, I just have to wait for the police.
No, we need to find Beth, and I couldn't even find her. I should have looked around, bro. I should have looked around. I didn't want to run into the wrong person, though. I think those are her heels. Let's go.
Oh, hey you. Great timing, right? I'm thinking if we're lucky, Bernard will let us go home. No point in working in the dark. Sophie? Bean, you're not scared of the dark, are you?
Bro, she looked good, bro.
Hey, is everything okay?
I found Mr. Cruz. Hector,
Oh, you did? What was the bloke up to?
you don't understand. I found his body.
So all I can do is try and explain to you what I was thinking, bro. But I'm already knowing it don't matter what I say. I know y'all are already in the comments. Y'all been in the comments fuming. I'm fucking up somebody's high. Somebody been cussing me out on the TV, calling me all types of big-headed bees and like they're just the most vile things you can think of because I can't hear it, but I can feel it though. I can feel it. I can feel it happening in the future and it still affect my spirit. So I'm gonna try and explain to you my thought process through all this, right? And hopefully editor Drew can help me out along this this journey. First thing, when it zoomed in on that dead man face, you're telling me that's not the same picture of that cartoon image of Bernard? We all thought it was Bernard, right? Okay, cool. When I open up the back pocket of now Mr. Cruz's dead body on the ground, which actually makes a lot of things make more sense, cool. Me thinking it was Bernard, the owner of this hotel. I thought Hector had stuffed the letter back, like I thought he crumpled his own letter from Bernard back into Bernard's hand to kind of be like if Sophie's Batman, nigga, he Joker. He crumpled up the letter to leave a trail of like, this is why Bernard is dead, because he wouldn't help me in my crazy time of need when I really needed to know who that man was that was cheating with my wife. Then we see the other end, it's an insurance policy, right? I'm thinking Hector also found out that there was a life insurance policy on his head top, which is why I was like, bro, why did Bernard get body for this? That's why I called him a violent bitch. Cause it's like, why are you killing the leader? I mean, the CEO of the hotel. Are you that mad? You must know your wife is a multi-million, multi-thousander author, bro. You know she got bread. That whole time that was Mr. Cruz. Mind you, I don't think we ever seen Mr. Cruz's face. They got the same haircut as Bernard, as you get what I'm saying. So again, I apologize for missing that crucial piece of information. There's nothing else I can do though, except use what we found out and apply new meaning. So if that was Mr. Cruz and he died with the letter he got saying, I cannot help you, that means that he must have went back to Paul. They squabble and Paul won, bro. He a military vet. And then Paul must have took off running, which I could have sworn that happened at the start of the game, bro. The start of the freaking morning. And that's when he ended up leaving. We have no trace of bro's real name. That's all I got so far. That's all I got so far. And as far as we know, Anne, Marcella, and Matthew are on a train headed to California, bro. Okay, now we're on the same page. I promise from here on out, I can't even promise that, bro.
He's dead, Beth.
Oh, merde.
Are you smiling?
Merde.
Okay.
Sit down, okay? You look like you're about to faint.
But now that I know it's Hector Cruz that got murdered, it was Paul. It was Paul, because Marcella didn't even want Paul out here to begin with. Why would she have Hector killed by Paul? Bro, come on. Paul losing his marbles, bro.
Have you called the police?
Yeah, they're on their way.
What happened? Was there an accident?
No, I don't think so. Someone did this to him.
You mean... Merde. Do you think it could have been Anne and Marcella?
Nah.
What about Paul? He and Hector were caught fighting.
The cops will want to talk to you. Know what you've seen. You need to be careful about what you tell them. If word of Anne and Marcella's affair gets out, they may put a label on them that will really hurt them. It might not even matter in the end if they did it or not.
What? See, again, the 50s, bro, that was before the Civil Rights Acts, bro. So my black ass really shouldn't care about the 50s, bro. I'm sure we was doing, no, that's ignorant, that's ignorant. There was great things we were still doing in the 50s, but it's like, I don't know the time period like that. I know it was just bad. I know it was bad. I know that much, bro, so I don't give a damn, bro. But what do you mean by that?
What are you saying?
It's just... cops like to go after people who are different. People like Anne, like Marcella, like me. You know, I was barely 20 when I was shoved into a police car for just hanging out with people who made
See?
me feel
See?
like
I had a feeling.
I wasn't so messed up after all.
What? Where did that happen?
At the White Cat. It's supposed to be a safe space, but it gets raided by cops every now and then.
Crazy.
I know Anne was caught at least once too.
Wait, you know her?
Yeah, that's how I knew the answer to the riddle. I've never talked to her, but I've seen her a few times. Marcella and her, they're just like me.
Thank you. Thank you for trusting me with this.
You've been
Maybe
you
now
haven't.
you can understand why I care so much about you.
Sophie sucks,
I don't
bro.
know if I'm feeling
She sucks.
inspired by Anne and Marcella, or if it's the shock of being so close to an actual murder, but, I'd really like for us to be more than just friends, Sophie.
Duh. Duh. What you think I've been doing this whole time?
I'd like that too.
That's... that's great.
Where the kush at?
The police is here.
The police is here.
Just be mindful of what you tell them, okay?
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, of course.
All right, y'all. It all comes down to this. I'm so glad I got this story cleared up before we went into it. If she did not tell me that was Hector, bruh. Oh yeah. Bernard brother would have had this hotel back in his hands, like no problem. We're back in the desk.
Miss Roy,
Oh, sorry. I was distracted.
I really need you to focus right now. I don't want to be here all night, and I'm sure you don't either.
No. No, I don't.
So, as I was saying, we're trying to ascertain the circumstances of Mr. Cruz's death. Can you tell me how you came to find the body?
I was cleaning room 509 when I heard the elevator bell ring. Again and again and again. I thought maybe a child was playing with the doors, so I went out in the corridor, and that's when I saw him. All the blood and...
Why was the elevator bell ringing?
I'm sorry?
You said you heard the elevator bell ring. Why was it ringing? I assume it wasn't a child after all.
What is me saying Mr. Cruz's body was blocking the door imply? Only thing I can think of is he would be like, well, how did it get there? And then I would say he crawled away. But then that opens up a lot. Bro, I'm lying to the police to their face? Interrogation room? Why? I don't know Anne or Marcella. I never met them. I'm being nosy. At the most, I should just lose my job, bro. That should be my biggest consequence for snooping as hard as I did. That's out the window, bro. So now I'm supposed to lose my freedom? Oh my gosh. But again, they are a representation of like where Sophie and Beth are, and they both have felt inspired enough to continue through this. As if he would just sit here and let me blink in his face for this long. There should have been a timer on this. There's way too much responsibility on my back.
Well, Mr. Cruz's body was preventing the doors from closing.
It's a stupid lie. There'll be something worth lying
When we found
about.
the body, it wasn't that close to the doors.
Oh, the stairs are blocked because of the renovations, so the elevator's the only way out of the 5th floor. I had no choice but to move the body. Just a little.
Ah, so that explains the traces we found. Thank you for clearing that up. So, what did you do after that?
Well, that's when the power cut. So I had to go to the janitor's closet.
To access the fuse box.
Exactly. I changed a few fuses and turned the power back on.
But there's a lock on that box, isn't there? Did you have the key?
I get, hello? Oh, I'll pull my headphones out. I can deadass say Eugene left it unlocked. I'll say it wasn't locked. There's no reason. Nigga, I didn't touch that ice pick, bitch.
No, I didn't. Only Eugene does. But the box wasn't locked.
Isn't that unusual?
Well, maybe Eugene forgot to lock it last time he used it.
Great answer.
Or maybe someone tampered with it.
Maybe. That
Did
is
you
a
go near
possibility.
the ice machine at any point today?
can't. I'm not, bro. Thank you, Lord, for blessing me. Thank you so much for blessing me with the life that you have. All glory and honor to you, Lord, for allowing me to live this life, because I am not built for crime, Lord. I am 6'5", 256 pounds of straight bitch. I could not do this. I could not do this, bro. I don't know, bro.
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am.
What shoe size do you wear?
Shoe size? 7. Why?
Well, we found size 7 footprints near the ice machine. I just thought they might be yours.
Oh. But that's not an uncommon shoe size, though.
Good rebuttal.
Is it?
Good rebuttal.
No.
Good rebuttal. Good rebuttal, Sophie.
So, what did you do after restoring the power?
I took the elevator down to the lobby. That's where I called the police.
Do you remember what you said to the operator? The exact words.
No, I'm afraid I don't.
You said, there's a man dead. He's been murdered.
That's possible.
What makes you so sure it was murder?
I think we can go honest here. Snooping around does not imply that I saw what I saw. There's a scope of snooping, right? I was snooping around and I saw a bunch of murder crime books, sir, and my mind was already conflicted. I shouldn't have read that Adam and Eve book. I shouldn't have read that forbidden fruit, bro. I shouldn't have read it. I don't know what it was, sir. I seen a no, I can't even mention Ann husband. Do I tell him then?
I've been snooping around the guests' rooms.
Don't imply too much.
I didn't think you'd admit it.
You knew already?
Safes and suitcases left wide open. Makeshift keys left inside of locks.
I knew
You
it!
haven't exactly been subtle about it, have you?
Oh.
Now, unless you want me to arrest you for violating your guest's privacy, I suggest you tell me everything you know.
All right.
Let's start with the victim's wife, Marcella Cruz. Apparently, she left in quite a hurry this morning.
Ain't it crazy how, like, interrogators, detectives, whoever this man's role is, he was really playing it dumb, bro, this entire time, and he already has in his mind made up the outcome he wants out of me. He's just trying to get me to say it. He's just trying to get me to say it, bro. Oh my gosh, the only right thing is to be like, where's my lawyer? I'm staying quiet until my lawyer is present. Why didn't she think to say that? Because she's a bird brain, bro. That's why. She's been a bird brain this whole game, just like the gamer.
Can you tell me about her?
Why would I tell you what I know when you've already read the same things that I did? I left the suitcase open for you, didn't I, sir? Didn't you go through the evidence too, sir? Or did you not do your job? Shouldn't you be fired for that,
I don't really know
sir?
anything. She just looks like a loving, caring wife.
And that's real. That's real.
That's odd, because we learned a lot about Mrs. Cruz when we went through her room. And let's just say that loving, caring wife are not the first words that would come to mind.
Are you a bigot, sir?
She's a lesbian.
Whoa!
Involved in some sordid affair with the guest from room 507, Mrs. Beaumont. Have you ever witnessed them engaging in immoral behavior?
What do you mean?
I'm asking if you've seen them being, you know, intimate.
No.
We got him. We got him. We got him. We
No.
got him.
And did you hear them discuss their deviant ways in
got 'em.
front of Mrs. Beaumont's son?
We got him. We got him.
Imagine what kind of effect such perversion can have on a young child.
No.
Oh yeah. But I'm sure that nigga, what's his name, boxing and weaving and all night is such a great role model for Michael, bro. Are you serious? Bro, I wish I was in this room. I should have been her lawyer, bro. I should have been her lawyer. Talk about immoral, bro. He putting hands and feet on his wife, bro. Whooping feet on his wife. But you want...
I didn't hear anything.
Cook him,
Did you hear
Sophie.
them express their hatred of men? Did they ever talk about using violence against men? Did you hear them speak ill of Mr. Cruz?
Take a
You're
stand!
trying to imply that Mrs. Cruz killed her husband because she hates men?
Let her cook.
I've seen it before from lesbians.
Oh my
This
gosh.
has nothing to do with hate. It's about love. Not that you'd understand.
Oh, and you think you do? Then please, enlighten
We
me.
got him.
She's
Cook him.
brave enough to be with the one she loves.
Okay.
That doesn't make her a criminal. That doesn't mean she killed her husband.
Okay.
I'm starting to worry you may be one of them, Miss Roy, since you're so eager to defend
And
these
I worry
deviants.
about your ability to do your job, detective, since you seem to be such a—
Enough! One more word, just one more word, and you'll be spending the rest of your night in a cell. Now get the hell out of here. I've had enough of you.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm sick of that shit, bro. Some stuff be so backwards, man. Some stuff actually be so backwards. It's like this is how I feel, right? This is how I actually feel. The way that I was raised, you feel me? Like y'all all know I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ, head of my life, savior. I actually just thank him for the life that I have, right? With that though, I feel like mine is more of like love God's children kind of Christian than it is like storm the Capitol kind of Christian. You get what I'm saying? For me, as a grown man, bro, I just try and be a good person to everybody, because what I would hate to have happen, somebody use God in a way like they did with slavery back in the day, right? To try and control people or abuse people or keep people less than people, to be real, bro. For me personally, I just try and be a good person to everybody, and that's like my baseline, bro. For me in my house, I got ways that I'm gonna run it. You feel me? It's gonna be God leading first. I'm following him. I got my family, I'm protecting them, and we live in very peaceful, copacetic lives. That does not give me the right to get out here in public or to get out here and treat other people and how they live their lives as if it's like inferior to me. You feel me? I would rather be an example than a dictator, you feel me? But that's just me right now. Hey, maybe God will reveal something to me further down the line. That's where I'm at right now, bro. Yeah, I am very glad that we took a stand against that, because I don't know about you, but that just felt wrong. Regardless, that just felt wrong. Now, some people might feel differently, but hey, that's me though. This might honestly be a pretty cool conversation to have on stream or something, or maybe even like do a podcast with my mom and talk to her about that. Cause like, even growing up, like I remember she had this gay friend. I'm sure that it did when I was younger and still learning about like the Christian faith and things like that. That I was like, like my mom's friend, like he's still a good guy. You know what I'm saying? He's still a friend to my mother. I mean, she was there for him when he was going through some pretty serious things. So I know that she has love for him. I think that's how it's supposed to be, truly. I think that's how, I mean, shit, I have gay friends, bro. I would never look at them and be like, I can't fuck with you because you gay. That's crazy. That's actually crazy to me personally, so.
Bernard was strangely chipper on the phone. That can't be a good sign. I guess I'll know soon enough. Let's go see what Bernard wants. The atmosphere is so different in here. Will it ever feel like it used to? It'll probably be a while before the hotel reopens. Without Eugene, the lobby will be a swimming pool by the end of the month. Will the rest of the building even be standing? I'm not going back up there.
Well, we can't get to Bernard room though.
Anne, Marcella, and Paul are all suspects for Hector's murder. Was there anything I could have done to protect them?
We can read this. Montreal police continue to move forward with the investigation into the tragic death of an American tourist, Hector Cruz. 32-year-old insurance agent, accompanied by his wife, was enjoying a stay at the Clarington Hotel when his life was tragically cut short on Monday. Though the investigation has yet to conclude, Detective Lieutenant Maurice Tremblay revealed to the press that Mr. Cruz's death has been ruled a murder. Multiple suspects have been apprehended and taken in for questioning. One such suspect is Paul Morgan, an unmarried Army veteran who stayed at the Clarington alone, 2 doors down from Mr. Cruz. On Sunday, one day before the murder, Morgan was seen verbally, then physically provoking Mr. Cruz in the hotel lobby. Investigations have revealed that Morgan is a former patient of McCord's Psychiatric Hospital in Syracuse, New York. According to the hospital personnel, Morgan was admitted for displaying erratic, occasionally aggressive behavior. He was released less than a year ago. Mr. Morgan immediately struck me as strange and unsettling, recalled Bernard Ludick, owner of the Clarington. I was the most vocal in my desire to eject him from the hotel as soon as possible, and I took great strides to make this happen. Although no formal charges have been filed as of yet, the incident has led to an increased interest in the movement against the planned construction of the Ray of Light Psychiatric Hospital. In a strange twist of fate, if construction is sanctioned, the hospital is to be located just down the street from the Clarington. The victim's wife, Marcella Cruz, is also considered a person of interest by the police. Mrs. Cruz's absence following the discovery of Mr. Cruz's body was seen as conspicuous and suspicious. There's nothing I could have done for that. There's nothing I could have done, bro. I could have closed I couldn't have took my key out. I closed, whatever, said Detective Lieutenant Tremblay, adding that further evidence suggests that Mr. Cruz's involvement is involved in a homosexual affair. Oh. Mrs. Cruz was apprehended by policemen at the Gare Central de Montreal. She was in the company of another Clarington's guest, one Anne Bursey, who the police suspected is the woman with whom Mrs. Cruz engaged in sexual deviancy. Mrs. Bursey, a resident of you know what's crazy is they never talked sex at all, bro. It was all love letters and poems and secret languages, bro. She was in the company of another of Clarington's guests, one Anne Bursey. Yeah. Mrs. Bursey, a resident of Montreal, is a housewife pursuing a divorce from her husband, Louis Bursey. She and her 9-year-old son, Michael, eluded Mr. Bursey by accompanying a room at the Clarington for over a month. In an interview with the Montrealer, Mr. Bursey deplored his wife's penchant for melodrama and urged her to cease poisoning their son's mind. Mr. Bursey was frank about his wife's history of poor decision-making, including making frequent late-night visits to the White Cat. The White Cat is one of the city's many underground bars and meeting spots known to attract sexual deviants such as Mrs. Cruz and Mrs. Bursey. Yesterday evening, Montreal police promised more raids to counter the growing numbers of such establishments. Does your personal hygiene worry you? Or are these worries bothering your husband? Stop worrying and save your marriage with Lysol.
I'll need a mop to clean the puddle. With all the leaks, I'm sure there's one nearby.
Let me see. Here it is. Yep.
Can't leave that puddle in the lobby. That's just asking for trouble.
Ain't no Easter eggs or anything, huh? All right. Well.
Ugh, go to hell.
Beth,
Hey,
are you okay?
I'm out of a job. But other than that, yeah, everything's just peachy.
What? No,
I hope you're luckier than I am.
Sophie, what are you
Come
wearing?
join me when he's done with you, all right?
Look like a damn, I don't know, Keebler elf, bro. Like you getting ready to give me some Pepperidge Farm cookies.
Questioning my life choices on the mezzanine.
yeah, okay.
I didn't even hear what she said, bro. Your outfit's so loud. Curious George ass fit. Curious George, but in his pajamas.
Ah, Miss Roy. Come in.
A second interrogation sick.
I suppose you know why you're here?
I would guess it has something to do with the murder.
Yeah, you gotta stop being an airhead.
You'd be right about that. We've been getting a lot of press lately, and not the good kind. I wouldn't expect you to understand the position I'm in, but I assure you, it's quite uncomfortable.
Oh my
to have one's
gosh.
life's work blown away like that. All thanks to some sexual deviance and a nut job. It's obvious to me now that I haven't been firm enough. For guests of such morals to be comfortable booking a few nights here and committing such a horrid act. Things need to change. This means elevating our standards to the highest possible level, and it starts with the people working here. It starts with you.
I'm about to
With
take
me?
Beth's job.
Yes. From what I've heard, you've been quite the exemplary maid lately. Clean rooms, satisfied guests.
I take my job very seriously, sir.
As you should. We'll see for the future, but for now, you'll be allowed to continue working here.
Thank you.
I'm not done. The police have finished their investigation and left a mess on the 5th floor. I want you to clean it up.
You want me to go back there?
Yes, why not?
I found a dead body on that floor. I'm not going back.
I'll make this simple for you. If you don't do it, you're fired.
Nigga, fuck you, nigga. You know, this whole time he's talking, you know what I was thinking? Don't he look like that purple, dirty-ass dragon from Monsters, Inc.? I wish I
can
would
fire
work
me.
for you.
Because I quit.
Sure. I fire you, you quit. It's all the same to me. Just make sure to empty your locker before the end of the month.
Okay.
That'll be all.
It'll be all. And make sure to empty your hotel before the end of the fucking year when you get a whole hospital built on your backyard, bitch. He fried me with that. I'm not gonna lie. He got me.
Hey,
Hey.
what a week.
Yeah. So, what did Bernard want with you?
Well, he was being kind of a jerk, so I quit.
You what?
I quit. I figured there was no point in staying if you were leaving.
I appreciate the solidarity, but you really didn't have to do that.
I think it's for the best. Did Bernard say why he was firing you?
Ugh. He was going on and on about keeping deviants out of the hotel, so I may have lost my cool a little.
A little?
I told him I was one of those deviants he was so afraid of. He froze for a moment, then showed me the door.
So, what's next for you?
I think I'm done working under Bernard's or Linda's. Maybe it's time I become my own Bernard. Minus the fascism, of course. I could see myself owning my own establishment, one that caters to the right kind of crowd. Believe it or not, I do enjoy the company of people, just not, the stuck-up, entitled clientele of this prestigious hotel. But maybe if I were behind the counter of, say, a bar instead of a reception desk. I don't know. Is that silly?
No, it's not. In fact, you'd be perfect for it. You're the most charming person I know.
Thank you. I'm really glad you're in my life.
Me too.
It'd be so cliche to kiss. Let's give him the happy ending, bro. She's been wanting a happy ending this whole time. Get your ending. Get your ending. Get your ending.
Kiss me? Yes.
I thought you'd never ask.
Don't look at them, y'all. Can they have their moment, please?
That was...
I know.
Electrifying. That's what they wanted to say. Y'all still need jobs, though. You and your acolyte kiss? What does acolyte mean? Why did Steam give me an achievement that said acolyte? I don't know what that means. I don't want to lie like Anna and Marcella. Well, let's work on that, bro, because we gotta still, you know what I'm saying? Still gotta stay alive for now. We're still the 50s.
What do you think will happen to them?
Who?
Sorry, my mind wanders sometimes. I meant Paul, Anne, and Marcella. Do you think they'll be released?
Yeah, I think so. Paul will probably become a famed photographer. His portrait of you will be hanged at the Louvre, entitled The Inconspicuous Maid. It will sell for millions.
I'd hate to smoke with her,
Is that
actually.
So?
Yeah, and Anne and Marcella will ride into the sunset on the back of 2 Appaloozas, watching over their newly acquired ranch. They'll be constantly followed by their only sheep. They'll call him Paul, for old time's sake.
I like that. I just want them to be happy.
Me too.
It was crazy. I was kind of worried about this hotel when I read that newspaper. I was like, oh man, we're really going down the drain. Not realizing, oh shit, Bernard, my boss. Yeah, let's quit. 3 conspirators charged in Clarington Hotel murder case. I'm always going to get bad endings, bro. Oh yeah. So you're saying he could have got to the gravesite instead of being in a jail cell? They're also in jail too? Oh my gosh. It was them or me. Oh my gosh, and he's back with his dad. Please don't thumbs the video down, bro. Please don't, bro. Your choice to stand up to Bernard and quit. But now you what? Hold on, what did that say? You chose to stand up to Bernard and quit, but now you have no money and a lot of regrets. 29% of players have this achievement. Look, all I can say is in life, we all have a lot of regrets, bro. And some are bigger than others. Some are more impactful than others. Me personally, I have 0, right? And I'm gonna explain to you why. Before you even vote on if you like this video or not, this is what I'm thinking. I started my series of this throwing everything away. When I was getting interrogated, what did that man say? You weren't very clean with how you were going about it, right? Open suitcases, keys left in their holes, etc., etc. But y'all realize y'all was dunking on my dumbass, saying I shouldn't have been throwing away everything. When in reality, me not throwing away everything is what got me hammed up, honestly. It was either gonna be Ann and Marcella in that cell, or Beth and I in that cell. Let's be real, right? If I would have confessed to the ice pick, to going to the locker, and if I didn't stand up for myself, I truly believe pressure would have been applied to me and things would have been a lot different. I cannot be at fault for these people having the outcomes that they did. I mean, to be fair, Ann even wrote Marcella a letter and said, hey, I think, what was her name? Rose should be, we should care more about how Rose feels than her husband. Yeah, it's gonna hurt him to leave him, but at the end of the day, it's gonna hurt them both to stay together if Rose isn't following her true heart. That was her saying, yo, you need to leave your husband the right way because you're clearly unhappy. But again, it's the 50s. It's the 50s. So it's not so much me that put them in the cell, but the society at that time, you feel me? Are y'all following? Ladies and gentlemen, that has been the ending to this bed we made. 29% of people got that same ending I did. I would love to see what kind of people these are, bro. Moral of the story, if you unhappy, just leave them. Just leave them, bro. There was a murder involved. I didn't tell Marcella to find a Paul, bro. You shouldn't even reply to that shit, bro. The nigga found your real name and address. He's unstable. Yeah, bro, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.